Hello everyone, Monique here. In today's video, it's all about the new Fall 2024 Chantecaille Cheetah Collection. I'm going to share swatches, details, we're going to create some looks, and yes, we're going to do comparisons. Because, yes, we need to know all the details, all the things. Let's hydrate and begin. So let's talk about this collection. As always, Chantecaille is a philanthropy brand that creates collections that have causes and give back. I'm going to just put up this one in particular so that you can see. A portion of your purchase goes towards a particular cause. If it's not already listed in the details of the product itself, you can always contact Chantecaille and they'll give you the exact numbers and details if that's something you're interested in. I always try to share as many details with you as possible. So let's get into the products I picked up and then we'll talk about the collection and then get into all the details, all the things. Okay, so this is the Cheetah Eye Trio. This is said to be 3 rich neutral eye shades in matte and pearl finishes. And this is created to support the Cheetah Conservation Fund. All of their portraits are taken by professional photographers. It's also on the actual product's packaging as well. And when you open it up, yes, you get a full-size mirror. And here is the trio. These shades are not named, so Chantecaille just gives them numbers. So number 1 is a matte creamy vanilla. Nicely pigmented. Number 2 is a pearlized almond with a creamy iridescent finish. Okay, these are backwards. These numbers are not right. I even turned it upside down thinking that it... Anyways, this is a matte dough brown. And then this one, which could be number 3 this way or number 1 this way. This is the one that's described as a pearlized almond with a creamy iridescent finish. This is gorgeous. I tell you, this is the shade that made me want this palette. Yes, I admit it. That's pretty. Swatches were creamy, very smooth to the touch, glided beautifully. This one, it's not that chunky, glittery, scattery type of shade. It's very, very beautiful. And as you can see, quite pigmented. So we're gonna have some fun creating looks with this. This palette, I feel, needs a companion if you have a darker skin tone, because I don't think this shade here is gonna give enough depth. But we'll see. We'll see. The glittery particles in this Lash shade, they're very, very, very fine. Not chunky, very, very pretty. Okay, swatches out the way. And with this Cheetah collection, they released 3 lip veils. The 3 shades are very, very beautiful, and I think they align and go with the color story of the shadow very, very well. It was hard for me not to get anything. We have Wild Sienna, which is a peachy nude. And I do like that Chantecaille is making a better effort to share these colors on different skin tones, because that really helps when making a choice. The next color is Desert Lily, which is described as an earthy pink nude. This, I think, was the one I would have gotten. I love colors like this, but obviously I have too many of colors like this. And then the next shade, Acacia, which is Soft Cinnamon. This one's really pretty, and this is, I would say, like the darkest of the colors. It's like a pinky, warm, touch of brown kind of color. Very, very pretty. Again, all of these colors are super wearable, super practical, things you'll wear in your real life. They're realistic like that. And the lip veils, that formula is fantastic. It's nourishing, it's hydrating, it's very, very comfortable on the lips. I happen to like that formulation quite well. But I also like Chantecaille's regular lipsticks. If you haven't tried their regular lipsticks, just the plain lipsticks, They're also really, really great. On the fall 2024 section of Chantecaille, they listed also the new, it's not new because they had this before, but they extended the shades, the Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. And I had another color from before, which was a bit light because, again, they didn't have a good shade range in this, but now they extended the shade range, and I said, you know what, let's see. Let's check it out. Let's see. So here I am. I got the shade Topaz. Future Skin is one of my favorite go-to foundations in my most repurchased. I wear the shade Banana in that. So I don't know, hopefully maybe this works. We'll see. We'll use it to put our look together today. I'm feeling quite reserved when it comes to Chantecaille. Like, I love the products I have. I use them. I'm just kind of like sticking to them. But like some of the newer stuff, I don't know. Ever since the company sold, some of the newer stuff, I don't know. It feels a little different. Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer has 12 shades total now. And I have the shade Topaz. What's Topaz? Topaz is medium deep with cool undertones. Wheat used to be the darkest, I believe, and this is the one that I had. I would mix this with other products just because it was a bit light. Yeah, I don't know. This is the new one. Little different on the packaging, and then this is the older one. The older tinted moisturizer had 1.7 ounces or 50 grams of product, and the new has 1.2 or 35 grams. So we're giving her a good shake. Let's swatch and see. I don't know. I hope I picked the right shade. All right, so here is texture and consistency. I don't know. No fragrance. That's always a plus. Blended in very nicely. I'm a little concerned about the tone, but I think we can make it work. It feels very nice on the skin. And it did say like a dewy finish, but it's not giving a super heavy dewy finish. It's giving that natural skin, which I'm here for. The Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint, another go-to favorite. I use this all the time. I've shared it plenty with you. I want to, wow. Definitely should have picked one of these up during the sale, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. But what I want to do is put this on one side of my face because I do like using this as primer with my go-to everyday products. And you can also build this up on the high points for a more glowy, highlighted type of product or finish on the skin. My Chantecaille lip balm. Another favorite. A little bit of that because it's not cute having dry lips. I'm just going in with my rosy face tint and apply it just like you would a moisturizer, a primer, all over the face. I'm a huge fan of tinted moisturizers, skin tints, things like that. You guys requested recently that I try this one from U Beauty, so I have it. And I can't wait to try that one too. This feels so good on the skin. It's very light because it's that gel texture. It just gives a little bit of glow, a little bit of hydration, comfortable wearing product. And I like using it as a primer because I feel like it does a good job at keeping my makeup in place. So I just went in with just a little tiny touch more and putting it on my high point. I'm just going to do just a little touch of color corrector because again, this is what I would normally do. Let's put a bit of the tinted moisturizer here on my palette. And here's my spatula. I definitely have found this to improve the way I have been applying my products. So you literally just, I guess you could say, scrape it on your face. Yes, I'm still very nervous about this color. Oh my goodness. What have I done? Okay. Okay. Let's go in with a little bit more and see if I can build up a little. Okay, so now that I've blended it all in, I think it looks better. Like, I think we can get away with this color in particular. The other one was too dark, and this one was my next best option. Okay. Let's go on the other side. Now the other side, I don't have anything except for my normal skincare routine products. And I did, again, use my Chantecaille SPF, which is a daily go-to, and that is technically considered a primer as well. Now for this side, let's try it with a brush. This is my Wayne Goss F4 brush. Definitely a product that blends into your skin very nice and easily. It feels all along the lines of like a skincare product. It's very light. Little product left on my spatula. Let's put it here. Let's see if we build up just a little. Now whatever's left here on my palette, I'm going to put that on the forehead. And I'll go in with my sponge. Oh yeah, the sponge is very natural. For the concealer, whatever I have left, I'm going to take that up on the lid and use that as primer. But if you are a primer girly and you actually like using a physical primer on your lid solely, I highly recommend this one from Chantecaille. It's the Next Generation Eye Base. This is a true just because moment. This is Chantecaille's Perle Lumière. It's just one of those, okay? Where's my brush? So here is the skin with that Just Skin, and then all of my other products applied over top. Feels really nice. I mean, the colors, definitely, I feel like we need a little work. But if you have a color that you find that you love and that you can use, it's a nice product. There's no denying that. All right, let's get into these eyeshadows. I'm going to do a combination of natural hair and synthetic. These two are by Chic, and this is a Chantecaille brush. So for our first look, we got to just get this shade right here out of the way. Let's see how that looks on my skin tone. Now, let me just share with you how soft these shades are. You are getting a bit of kick up. Not a deal breaker, but I just wanted to share. So I'm going to tap off the excess, and let's just blend that directly in the crease and see how that looks. Okay. It's giving depth. It's not too dark, not too much, but it's giving some depth. Okay. So in the crease, and then we'll build up on the outer eye. Let's see, as far as intensity, what happens there. Building and blending nicely. Let's go into this lightest shade. Tap the excess. And let's put that on the lid. This is a very soft, easy, everyday look right here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Blending and building on the lid very nicely. This is a nice everyday matte look. I'm going back in with our first brush just to blend the edges. Everything is smooth. and diffused. I've got my black eye kajal pencil from Chantecaille. I'm gonna do just a soft wing. I'm gonna go into my Chantecaille eyeliner brush and very lightly go back and pick up a little more product. Very close to the lid. With my eye brightening kajal from Chantecaille, I'm gonna put that in the waterline. Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. This is the one with the peptides and the serums to help your lashes grow. This too is one of my most repurchased Chantecaille product. It works. It wears really, really well. It's just a nice mascara. Just to finish things up, I'm going to take that lightest shade and put a bit on the inner corner, kind of like a little brightened effect. This look here is what I would do if I was to grab this palette for my everyday. This look right here, just like this. Shadows blend very, very beautifully on the lid. No issues, no skipping. You get your pigmentation. Blendability is there. Soft, beautiful, easy wearing everyday look. All right, so for the next look, I want to do a little bit more, and I definitely want to get into this gorgeous shade here because, again, this is the shade that sold me. We all have shades like this, but this is the shade that sold me. So I'm going to do brow bone highlight. Let's start there. This is the Precision Blend brush from Chantecaille. I'm just going in with that same shade, going on the inner corner. I want to try it with my finger. Let's see how it applies with the... Oh, gorgeous. I knew it. I knew it. This is the shade that made me want this palette. Oh, yes. So pretty. Brush we have to try. So let's pick up. Yeah. This is going to be your go-to one and done. I have just a few specks of fallout, but I'm okay with it. Definitely. I'm going back in with my finger to really intensify the shade. I'm gonna go back in with my Precision blender into that lightest shade and just kind of reapply my inner just a little bit. With my black eye kajal from Chantecaille, I'm gonna put this in the waterline. That Precision blend brush from Chantecaille, let's go into this shade here and put that on the lower lash line. You could totally smudge your eye kajal on your lower lash if you don't want to do this. But I just wanted to see how it would look. So we technically used all the shades all together. And finishing up with a couple of coats of my mascara. This is definitely a mascara you want to wiggle at your root so that your lashes can benefit from the ingredients. And here is our second look. I did it sort of like a one and done with just a little extra on the inner corner and the brow bone and on the lower lash line so that we could use all of the shades. But this makes a gorgeous one and done. It elevates your look, but not too much. Still soft, sophisticated, and still very Chantecaille wearable. I do have just a little bit of fallout, but it's not enough to, oh my gosh, it's terrible. Not like that at all. So here are our two looks. The shade did apply really, really nicely on the lid. Very smooth, very creamy, and as you saw, it was quite pigmented. You get a nice deposit of color immediately. I wasn't sitting there, you know. I'm gonna line my lips really quickly. This is my SISLEY lip liner in the shade Chocolat. And I'm gonna go over top with a Chantecaille lipstick. And here is our finished look. Feeling pretty, feeling good. I'll share my thoughts after we do comparisons of the Cheetah Trio. So let me swatch these trio right up here. Let me share what I have that I don't know, I was thinking, let's see if it's comparable. I have a matte eye shade. It was limited edition. I still love and use it, so I wanted to share. It's a matte, creamy. So let's see. The Cheetah Trio, it's a bit warmer than this one. This one's a little lighter, but very close. This is an everyday shade for me. Another one from this limited edition collection. It's another matte. This is in the shade Bay. Gorgeous, right? Let's see. Ooh, this actually might be darker than the center shade from the Cheetah palette. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it's a bit darker. But let's say you have this and you're thinking about this. The looks. Oh, the looks. I have a single from SISLEY. This is a go-to every day. Matte Nude. I immediately thought of this shade when I first swatched the Cheetah, but let's see. So this, the SISLEY, it's lighter than this and still lighter than the Cheetah. So the Cheetah, it's still giving that touch of cream, and these two are lighter, but very comparable. I mean, on the lid, probably be a little bit brighter, but very similar. Now I had to do this only because I know a lot of us have this palette and love this palette. Make Mirage from Tom Ford. I said, you know what, these two immediately. So let's just see, okay? Maybe? Let's see. So I'm gonna put the lightest over here. Wow. Pigmented, baby. Just because this is swatching so light, which is this shade here, I'm gonna go into the darker one. Let's just see. Let's just see. Yeah, it's dark, but let's just see. Okay, yeah. So that's the darker of the two from Minka Mirage. This one's the lighter one, and then look at that. Oof. It's crazy now looking at the Tom Ford lightest shade beside these two. These two are starting to look a lot more similar to the one from Cheetah. Desert Fox. This is another one from Tom Ford. I thought would be nice to compare, especially because this shade, it's a little warmer. I'm going to kind of just go this way now. Desert Fox lightest shade, it's definitely more warm. But hey, we got to get it out of our system, right? Nude Dip from Tom Ford. I was thinking in my head that this shade here would be comparable to the special one from the Cheetah. So let's swatch and let's see. Can you even tell who is who? The tones are different. This is the Cheetah and this is Tom Ford. Tom Ford, it's a lot more cool silverish with a bit of warmth versus the Cheetah. Texture and consistency are very different, but I will say with the Tom Ford, it kind of looks like a wet shadow. And this one you can see it's a lot softer. Let's swatch this one from Tom Ford. It is a bit warmer. A little bit, I feel like there's a touch of pink in it. But let's see, just for fun. When it hits the shift, you can see the pink. But then right there, it kind of looks similar. I've got a Chantecaille Mermaid Matte. I forgot about this. Let's see here. This is in the shade Sylvie. I don't know. I was kind of thinking that this would look sort of like the center shade here from the Cheetah palette. That one. Let's see. I'm going to do a side by side. Finger swatch. A little. Huh. What do you think? Can you even tell? Ooh. Okay, that's cool. This is the Cheetah, and that's the Mermaid Eye. There you go. The Mermaid Eye is a lot lighter. There you go. The new Westman Atelier iPod with the brand new formula. Great new formula. Really, really like it. All mattes, but I still want to throw it in the mix just for you to see what it looks like. Because I feel as if they're somewhat in the same family. Now, I find the Westman Atelier to be a bit warmer than the obviously more neutral as described Cheetah palette. But I just wanted to share them with you side by side because if you've already gotten that one and you want to compare and see what they look like, I just wanted to share that for you. It's always fun going in through the collection to see what we've got because yes, these are, I want to say, your staple colors, your everyday realistic practical wearable colors, things that you'll want to reach for even when you want a little bit more like we have on this eye. Very pretty. In my collection that I like to think is a decent collection of product, I think we found things that were similar and comparable a bit, but not to take away from the beauty of the trio because this is a nice neutral wearable color story and it has a cause, so that's always great. I like how the look came together. I was extremely nervous about the tone and the shade of the Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer, but I think it came together very nicely. Very lightweight, very comfortable, very easy type of product. Not to sound this way, but your typical tinted moisturizer. It feels like skincare. It feels like nothing, very comfortable. And again, everything came together, thankfully. But, you know, the true star of today's show is the Cheetah Eye Trio. I think the looks are pretty. Definitely. This is definitely a realistic color story. You can work with this literally every single day. Yes, if you are of darker complexion, you're probably going to need another shade besides this one. But I will admit, I am surprised at the depth it gave me in my skin tone. Even when I swatched it, I didn't think it was going to do that. But once I built it up on my lid and my eyes, it gave me some depth. These three colors, you can totally hit pan, use them every day type of gig. Nice color story. Do we have colors like this? Yeah, I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do. But not to take away from the trio at all because performance is nice, blends beautifully, pigmented, all of the things you want in a shadow. You're getting them with this. Share your thoughts down below. Let's talk. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Please take a moment to give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.